And peace out news.
Peace, bitch.
Submitted by Taika the Little Bayou.
Oh my god.
That was cute. Same response.
Here are 5 signs it's time to quit your job.
I'm ready to quit my job.
Which one?
Everything.
Well, guys, it was nice. I hope you guys enjoyed the channel.
No, you guys can keep doing it.
They're not ready to be without you, my friend.
Aww.
We have attachment issues.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quit and then rehire myself.
There you go.
I'll quit for 1 hour.
Are you gonna sit yourself down in a room?
I'm gonna put myself on timeout and stare at the wall.
Or you could fire yourself in the mirror.
Look at here, you worthless piece of shit. You fucking suck.
All right, number 1. If your work is making you physically ill.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but what if people have to work in nuclear facilities?
Maybe you should try to find a different one, different job.
It's not even that too. There's like people who get like physical like ailments just from the stress and how much they hate their job alone.
Yeah, I think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Because stress hurts your immune system and then like people's bodies start breaking down.
Kind of obvious, but okay.
Not for a lot of people.
Kind of obvious. Kind of simple.
I remember working graveyard shift at restaurants because the money was really fucking good, but then I would never see sun. And then I got like bronchitis or some shit that lasted for months that led to piece of my nasal, like I blew my nose and a fucking piece of flesh came out.
Oh my god.
And it looked like chicken guts and heart and stuff. But what it was is a bacteria that turned into an actual, like, it looked like a piece of organ or whatever.
That was just bacteria. It wasn't your actual.
Yeah, it goes into your sinus and it starts forming into like it looked like baby lungs and chicken heart and gizzard and everything.
That's the one you had in a Ziploc, right?
Yeah, and I took it to the ER because I thought that a piece of my brain just fucking fell out.
You were
I was
asking him to
freaking out.
reattach it and put it back in?
I shit you not, dude. I freaked the fuck out, man. Like, that was some scary shit.
Did you tell the guy, hey man, I think some of my brain shot out?
Yeah, I was like, is this important? Do I need this back in my system? Because like I had this stuffy nose for like 2 months, and then I just kept fuck this shit. So I just went and then it just flew out of my nose, and it looked like little lungs and little fucking livers and everything. And I was
could you breathe better after?
It was amazing. I could breathe, but I was still freaking out. And then, so anyways.
You're like, there's too much wind coming in now.
Second question, if the doctor told you that the only way to get it back into your brain was if you ate it and swallowed it, would you have done that?
I would have been like, bitch, you fucking lying. That's not how it works.
But I would have swallowed it though. If that is the way, if that was scientifically the way, I would have done it.
I think you showed it to us.
I showed it to you guys. Did I save it?
How big was that fucker?
No, you
showed it to
me
us.
though.
I remember seeing it, but I don't know if I made it up.
Was it like?
I think it was like that.
It's like a quarter size,
It
maybe?
wasn't a baby. It wasn't a baby.
No, it was like this, and it had little parts to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, bacteria can become like an organism, like within your fucking sinus. But that's how fucked up it was. So I had to take like antibiotics, all these things, recover. And then I was like, man, this job is killing me. I didn't know where to get another
You
job.
were saying that as you were spinning your gold chain around your neck.
No, I barely made rent and all that too. Like, I mean, I was working a restaurant job, you know? Like, it was good, but it wasn't good.
Dude, you know what deadly job is? Fucking underwater sea welding.
That sounds fun.
Oh, but they make bang.
They make motherfucking bang.
It's their life on the line.
Yeah.
Ocean crabbing.
Oh yeah.
Most dangerous job in the world.
I love that show.
Why is it so dangerous?
People fly off
Yeah.
and they die.
Fly off of what?
The boat.
Because it's like rickety rocking around.
Because the place that they're at, the waves are fucking crazy.
Oh, that's the part I
The
needed.
deadliest catch.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
It's like water splashing onto it all the time.
They also don't fucking sleep, ever.
Right.
They
Yeah.
sleep like an hour at a time, and like the only way they keep themselves awake is caffeine and a lot of food, so they just constantly eat.
And they're just wet and cold too for like 12 hours straight because you can't stay dry on there.
Pretty crazy.
But what kind of crab? I feel bad now ordering crab.
For the delicious ones that we get in Vegas.
With the big legs. Just know when you're eating it, someone fucking died that year.
That's
Wow.
right.
It's guaranteed deaths every year.
Yep.
Yeah.
But what most people do is like they'll get that job, they'll crank it out for a couple of years, and then they try to leave.
They leave all their
The
ahead.
money is so fucking good, it's hard.
I'd rather deal drugs to hipsters. It's more lucrative and safe.
I hear you. It's the safest shit in the world.
You have customers that have a lot of money and they're non-violent.
And they're scared of every little physical confrontation that could ever happen.
That's true.
And they drive golf carts.
Yeah.
Or like the equivalent. They drive smart cars. It's
I want a smart car.
Of course you do.
Oops.
You can't even fit in one.
I can.
Really?
Yeah, I sat in one the other day.
Damn, you're on a roll.
Tiff is fucking wrecking people today. with extreme prejudice.
This is fucking Tiff right here. She's waiting for them to say some shit. She goes, bam!
Fucking Mark McGuire and that shit.
It's like target acquired.
Yeah, Tiff. Just throw away all my efforts.
David's
to lose
not
weight.
fat anymore, Tiff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying because he's fat. I'm saying because he's a tall person.
This is my whole life. Thanks a lot, Tiff.
Yeah.
He lost 40 pounds this year, just throwing it out the window.
Yeah, like it's nothing, okay?
Dude, he's like the guy in Indiana Jones who looked at the fucking light, his face like fucking melts into the skeleton.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, number 2. The next promotion isn't all that attractive.
Oh yeah.
That's hella true.
Have you ever been in a job where you're like, I don't want to be promoted because that's like the title with less money, or the money's not even that worth it, and you're just like,
The
fuck
men's
that.
warehouse. That was my thing.
Anytime I see shift manager, I'm always like, oh, that would suck. Because think about it, you have to set everyone's schedules, and then you have to like make sure everyone's on their schedule.
You're just more responsible, more headache, but then you don't even get compensated that much.
Yeah, if you still work at like a fast food place, like you're barely getting compensated for that shit.
And if it doesn't work out, they fucking hate your guts.
Number 3. Your life is much different now.
What do you mean? For the better?
It's a little
So they're saying that people go through changes, especially in personality, and the shift in mindset is a slow process, but there's a strong possibility you're not the same person who accepted this job 5 or 10 years ago. So if you worked at the same job for more than a decade, you're definitely not in the same place in life, and so maybe a different job would be better fitting to who you are now.
Like becoming customer service and shit and doing 10 years of that, you just fucking hate people. When you used to love people, that's why you signed up for customer service, because you wanted to help people and shit.
One of our barbell staff's husband, he was like super Wall Street style. Like that was his old job, and he was like never home. And he was like hustling like crazy. But then the minute they had like 3 kids, he wanted to be like a stay-at-home dad. And he just realized that always being away from home lifestyle wasn't good for him. And then he like drastically reduced his pay. And then he was home now.
But this is for people who have a little bit more freedom to choose. Because sometimes, like, you just gotta take whatever fucking job you can get and just suck it the fuck up
Exactly.
until you can get out.
Bart, because you started as like JK Films guy, and now you're like Instagram, like a fucking fitness guy, like on Instagram.
Not completely, but a little bit.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas like your Instagram maybe like 5 years ago would have been like bits and like little skits and shit.
Yeah.
But now it's like all fitness basically.
Truth though, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet. You gotta run away from YouTube for a couple years and just have nothing in your bank account. That's the DavidSo method. And then finally after 2 years, you feel the fucking power to do videos again. It only took a good 700 days. But I'm back, baby.
Well, I mean, that's hard being your own job maker with really nobody on your team. And then you try to build one and they all fucking suck.
Thanks, Joe.
Well, all I'm saying is you had to go through a lot, man.
Yes, I
That's
did.
pretty tough, dude.
Yeah, man, it was interesting though. It was like kind of like stepping away from something that you hated though made you. It also gave me perspective. It's like, oh, I actually don't hate YouTube. I hated what I was doing at the time.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted to do other things, so I did that, checked it off, and now that it's checked off, I can come back to something I originally liked. So what I wanted to do wasn't being done, so I started hating something I actually liked.
You also convinced all your best team members to pursue other things too, though.
Yeah.
So
You can't be a dream maker, dude.
I see this spark, and I'm like, this is not for you. You should do this instead.
That's true. That's why you keep having to find new people, because you like tell them to go away and pursue their dreams.
Gotta be a dream crusher.
Yeah.
You never accomplished that. You could only work for me forever.
You even got one of our guys to go pursue being a doctor.
Which one?
Good old Daniel.
he's one of the original JK News editors. One of the original.
And now he's gonna be a doctor?
What a loser, right?
No, it wasn't because of David.
Yeah, it was not because of me.
All right, number 4, your side job is taking off. So if your side job is pulling in decent money and it's way more enjoyable,
There you go.
yeah, then you should quit your full-time gig.
That's pretty obvious.
I was like, your side job makes more money than your main job.
Not more money, just
But it's
decent
taking
money
off.
enough to survive off.
Yeah, that's positive.
I love the idea of somebody Googling that. My side job's doing better than my regular job. What should I do?
Yeah.
Sometimes people have that loyalty mentality though, where they don't want to let their prior team down. So even though they know in their brain that this is the right thing to do, they're like, fuck. But I don't want to let my team down. And
But that's trifling. He should have let them know.
true, that's true.
Because I knew I was gonna leave my job eventually, but then, I give them like enough time, like couple months. I make sure that like someone's trained at what I was doing, so then if I do leave, it doesn't hurt the company, or they don't have to scrounge like, oh shit, last minute we got to figure out how to do his job or whatever. And I think that's just the best way to exit anything.
And the last reason here is number 5. You hate explaining what you do for work.
Oh, I love explaining what I do for work.
Yeah, you love
I love hate it.
Yeah, I
Really? I love it.
Because you have to explain it.
I love it when people go, "Do you really make money doing that?"
Right.
And I go, "Fuck tons." Fuck tons. Like how many? Oh, like I feed like 30 people, homie.
When people ask you what you do for a living, what do you say?
I say writer, comedian, guy.
See, I don't even do that.
Bushes and shit like that
You know what I
too.
say
I
now?
say producer.
When people ask me, they're like, "What do you do for a living?" I was like, "I own a couple of small businesses."
Oh, that's
You
tight.
guys sound too important. I say I make YouTube videos. That's probably why they look
you know
at me
why
and
I
go,
don't do that?
"Do you make money doing that shit?"
I don't do that because then it's gonna open up a conversation where I have to talk to that person.
Yeah.
So if I say a couple of business, they go, "Oh," and we move on.
They don't say what kind of businesses. They don't say
Then I
that.
go food, and they go, "What kind of food? Drinks?" Bye. That's it.
Saying that you own businesses sounds tight.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to sound low, and then they look down, and you go, "Ha! I'm better than you." Like that feels good.
I think that is cool.
Well, I would like that.
I'm a YouTuber. Yeah. Oh, really? You're a YouTuber?
See, I would do that if only I made fuck tons of money. But like I said, I was gone for 2 years. So there's a little bit of a problem here. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. God, it's pretty bad.